There we go. Awesome. So I've just hit record. So the purpose of today is basically an onboarding process.
Yes.
Part of the reason for this recording is that so we're on board, but then I can share this video with, for example, Alan, who may not have had all the same conversations. And so he's up to speed. So the idea is that if at any time as SPA we get new staff or we have a changeover in staff, that the new staff are up to speed instead of having to ask you all these questions over and over again, which would be just fucking annoying, basically.
Yes, that definitely.
Cool. The second part of this meeting is to basically write your future.
Yes.
It's pretty much the gist of it. You're going to tell me what your hopes, dreams, and desires and what you're looking to achieve. And so later on down the track in a undesignated time, when we've made a whole bunch of changes in your business and you're pushing forward and you're achieving success, you can look back to this point in time now and you think, wow, how far have I come?
Definitely. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Fantastic. A lot of the questions that I'll be asking today will sound a little bit repetitious, as in discussions that we've already had, but it's just great for us to document that in this, which we found is quite efficient. We've used other platforms before, but we haven't used Zoom, so this will be new for both of us.
Nice. No stress. Do I sound okay, or should I put some headphones in?
No, you sound good.
Okay, no worries. MacBooks, they work well.
They do. What is this thing? A Mac? A big Mac?
Oh, okay. So you guys use Macs as well. At least they work.
This is Paul's very much into the design space, and so he's into this side of things, and I'm a person guy. Cool. So the topics that we'll be covering off today is a bit of background about your company.
Yes.
People, marketing, and data. They're one area. Your vision, current issues that you have in your company, processes, and basically moving forward.
Yes.
Cool. So, how did you get into this field of work?
Plumbing?
Yeah.
Oh, I was young and I was in school and I started an apprenticeship. I just thought there was always going to be a demand for emergency work, so I kind of jumped into the emergency field. But my first 2 to 3 years of my apprenticeship was in small contracts and like commercial. I didn't get put into maintenance, but then I pushed because I kept winning Apprentice of the Year like every year, and I'm like, well, look, I'm going to either stop my apprenticeship until I get put through to maintenance or emergency field. Otherwise, I'm not going to be happy. So they put me through to maintenance and I enjoyed it. And I was always going to go out by myself. It was just a matter of time. So through my apprenticeship, I pretty much done all my Cert 4 using my annual leave. And then I finished my time and within a year, I went out by myself. So that's where we are today pretty much. So
awesome. And so how long has your company been running for now?
So, SA Drains. So before I was trading under a sole trader, so myself. When was that? So I was as a sole trader for maybe 2 years by myself. And then I've been operating as SA Drains for the past year. And I launched SA Drains in September 2016. So, yeah, we've been operational for about 14 months.
About 14 months, okay.
Yeah.
And how many trucks do you have?
So I've got 5 full-time staff plus myself.
Okay. So that's 5 full-time staff. How many people are technicians and how many people are office staff?
All 5 sales plumbers.
And you're the office staff?
Yes.
Do you have an accountant or external bookkeeper, or do you handle that sort of things too?
So I've got Aeroflow integrated with Xero, and my bookkeeper reconciles and pushes everything through from Aeroflow to Xero, and then he does my P&L and balance sheet fortnightly and monthly.
Okay. All right. Sounds like you got a decent handle on that side of things, which is great.
Yes.
So you've got 5 guys on the road selling at the moment.
Yes.
How's that going for you?
They're fucking doing pretty good, hey?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, They're actually doing really good. I'm pretty anal, so I spend a lot of time educating them, and they're doing really well. But, you know, I want them to go from selling, 40 a month or 50 a month to, trying to get up to that 80 to 100 a month, So, but the thing is, my next step is I'm looking at getting a projects team. So I want to get a projects team together so they can sell the work. So, for example, yesterday, one of the guys sold $5,000. That's maybe a day or 2 days of ongoing work. So I need to build a projects team so my guys can keep selling instead of doing that project work. So that's kind of what I want to be doing very soon.
Okay, so just to clarify, the guy that sells the work does the work?
Yes.
At the moment. Okay.
Yes. But then there's a down day of selling. So he's not selling for a day where he could make another $5,000.
Sure.
So right now it's about 50-50. So for a month, there's 20 days in a month, say, for example, they're selling for 10. They're doing ongoing for 10. So yeah.
Let me just write that down because that will come up. So about 50% selling time versus doing time.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So if you could fix that, and it sounds like you're going to, what would that mean for your business?
Well, it's going to increase revenue by 100%. It should.
As long as you've got the calls in to make sure the guys are going out.
Yes.
Yeah. And how many calls do they normally do a day at the moment?
I don't want them to do many at all. So what I'm working on now is getting them to slow down. But between 3 and 4, ideally I want them to go to 2 to 3, probably 3 a day.
So they can spend the time with the customer.
Yeah, just, so spend 70% time getting to know the customer and 30% on the sale. That's kind of, I want them to slow down the whole process.
And the guys that you have at the moment, they are all plumbers. That's what they are.
Yes, they are licensed plumbers.
Okay. Cool. All right. If we could have a chat about your marketing and data side of things at the moment.
Yes.
What does your current marketing strategy look like at the moment?
So we have Google AdWords campaign running.
Yep.
And then we've got local paper marketing. So we're doing local newspapers. And that's pretty much it. We do little memberships, nothing like your guys, but we do some small memberships. But pretty much our whole stream is Messenger and Google. We want to focus on retention a lot more and how to capitalize on ProFu, so following up existing customers. So right now I think we're spending the percentage, it's about 60-40. So we're spending maybe 60% in the paper, 40% on Google. But what we want to do is we want to take it from we want to do 60-30 and then 10% on retention or something like that. So we want to get those kind of 3 different streams. That's kind of what I'm looking towards. But right now, we're just focusing on getting the calls in so we can grow.
Naturally. In a lot of cases, as long as you get the phones to ring, the rest of it can sort itself out in the wash. That's the first sort of priority suddenly becomes the 10th once you've got money coming in the door.
Yes, definitely.
Fantastic. So with your marketing, you mentioned that you spent 60% on papers and 40% on Google AdWords.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that mix?
I just how did I come up with the mix? I crunched my numbers.
Okay.
So the way I kind of run my company is my sales. So say, for example, I'm kind of running off 10 to 15% on marketing right now for high growth. I want to grow fast. So I'm spending 10 to about 15% on marketing, right? And then I kind of divide, 60% is this much, I just do my maths to work out how much I'm spending on what.
Okay. So you've already mentioned one of them in that you have a percentage roughly in mind of what it should be so you can get aggressive growth.
Yes.
How do you know your marketing's working?
Because I test and measure it on every phone call.
Fantastic. So you've got 1-300 numbers?
We've got 1-300 numbers, yes. But right now in Arrowflow, the data entry, how'd you hear about us? Google AdWords, flyers, stuff like that. So that's kind of how I'm working it out. So I think with a couple of clicks of the button, I could work out, the percentage for last month, what was what.
Great. So you're asking the question, how did you hear about us? And that
Every
helps
job.
the data make sensible decisions about your marketing moving forward.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. All right, sounds like you had a good handle on that space. So with the staff coming from being plumbers and they're moving to sales, it sounds like they're developing their skills. Hey, hello. Oh, he's giving me motion sickness here. You mentioned that you're going to employ some technical staff, the doers, so these guys can continue out there selling. How do you see that happening? What sort of time?
I probably need right now 3.
Okay.
So I'm just going to introduce slowly. So I was probably thinking of next year just hiring, 3 straight off the bat and setting them with the sales guys, and they can do the ongoing together, plus learn how to do the iPad, and then kind of just feathering them off to do the ongoing work. I'm just trying to work out the right ratio as to, how many sales and then how many projects plumbers I want, but I'm not too sure. I'm just going to look and see what I can find. But for now, right now, sales plumbers are the hardest to find. And if I can smash my sales plumbers and educate the fuck out of them, sorry about the language. If I can educate them really hard, to get normal plumbers isn't going to be that hard to do the work.
Yeah.
So for me right now, I'm in the growth stage. I'm spending a lot of time building my sales team. When I get it to the size what I want, then I can introduce the ongoing. But I'm going to introduce them soon anyway. We need to.
Yeah. And you've actually touched on it very easily, very accurately. Sorry, that finding A-grade workers, particularly in your salespeople, one A-grade salesperson can turn around your business.
Yes.
In terms of volume that they can sell, particularly if they don't have to be doing the work themselves, and that you can get technicians to handle that side of things for you. Yeah.
Well, I've got a couple of guys that say, as soon as you get the ongoing plumbers, I want to be doing 100, 120 a month, no worries.
That is great. That is great. So do you have an organizational structure, a chart at the moment, an org chart?
No.
Okay.
I've drawn one up.
Yep.
But I change my plans all the time.
Okay.
Because that's why I kind of want to get involved with you guys to work out what, you guys have grown to a good size, which is what I want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
I want to work out the mud map of what I need for where, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's organizational chart,
And that was sort of going to lead me to my next question is, do you have an organizational chart of where you want to head?
Yes.
We can help you in that space. No dramas there. Do you have a CRM system at the moment, customer relationship management system?
Aeroflow.
Okay. So how do you market to your existing customers?
I've got Active Campaign, but I don't use it.
Okay. All right. Why is that?
I want to work out the best marketing plan for it.
Okay.
I tend to work on one thing, get it 110%, and then I can focus on the next. So with my retention, I haven't given it love because no one's told me what's the best way to do it. I've got an idea. I've got several, ideas, but I want something that's proven and works.
Makes perfect sense. Cool. All right. That step, and we'll just sort of keep this brief because we are recording, we need to push on, is that when you do have a membership plan, you will need a way of communicating with these guys by email, keeping track of it, SMSs, that sort of space. And that's when CRMs come into their own. It's about maintaining contact with customers. Yes. Airflow, we've found, just doesn't have the chops in that regard.
Yes.
Because it's an ops management software.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what are you guys going to look at a different platform possibly?
We use Infusionsoft for our CRM. Active Campaign is a good platform. So if that is your chosen platform, great. That'll do the trick for you.
Yeah.
Once you start getting some sophistication around this, and to be honest, this is an area we need to improve, is marketing automation.
Yes.
So when you've got a series of communications going out, a lot of that doesn't need to be handled by people. If you set it up ahead of time, when triggers are hit, which come out of Airflow into Infusionsoft, they send out. For example, very common ones are on dispatch. So when you're in Airflow and you say your tech's on the way, you should be able to have them talking to each other to say, yep, no worries. Email goes out to the customer with a picture and a bio. SMS goes out, it's logged into the system. And then you can finish that off at the very end by status updates. If they're running late, you don't need to type that out. It's a template and you hit send, along with customer satisfaction. That side of space.
Yes.
All of that can be automated because, yes, you'll need to move into this space if you're talking about memberships and membership plans. But shit, you want to minimize the amount of work possible.
Definitely. So have you guys using Airflow right now?
Yes.
Are you guys managing with the memberships and stuff, or is it very difficult?
We use Infusionsoft, that integration. So Airflow pushes into Infusionsoft. We then use that to handle our memberships at the moment to do with tagging and categories.
Yes.
At the moment, when that happens, we then do once a week. Damien, who's not here at the moment.
Hello. Hello.
He sends out membership packs with the cards. You grab one of the membership packs with the cards when you're here?
I didn't actually get a membership pack with a card.
Oh.
I just got a folder.
Yeah, so you've got the blue folder, which is the tech pack.
Yeah, I didn't get the membership pack.
Oh, okay.
Post one out, please.
Yeah, I'll post that out with your folders. You probably can't hear me. I'll post them out with your folders.
Yeah, so in Infusionsoft, I looked into that. It's quite expensive. It's about $300-400 a month.
That's correct, yeah.
That's for very in-depth marketing. But when I go to next level, obviously I'm going to start looking into this space as well because I want to focus heaps on retention.
Yeah, if you take a step up from Infusionsoft, that would be Salesforce.
Yeah.
If you take a step to something a little bit more straightforward, that would be ActiveCampaign. Very capable product. And will do you moving forward.
Okay.
Even if you hit our size, it will do the job. Cool. All right. So want to have a chat to you about your vision and moving forward. So what are your goals moving forward?
Well, for now I've got SA drains, which we do plumbing as well. So we do plumbing and drains. I may or may not be looking at rebranding in the near future, but have an umbrella company like, say, Amiga Home Services, but then have a company called SA Drains under it.
Yep.
But then all my rest of them, because I want to build a really strong sales team that the SA Drains technicians only go to the drains, but then I'll have like a Amiga Home Services where just all the plumbing jobs go to and the electricians and stuff. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking down the track. I'm not too sure right now. I want to build my sales team really strong in drains because it's a really high profit.
Yep.
But, for now, I want to get, I wouldn't mind getting to about a mil a month. So about 12 mil. I kind of, we'll see how we go. That's my plan. I want to get to about 6 in a couple of years.
Okay. So the 1 year goal is to maybe get to $500,000 a month. And then your 3 to 5 year goal would be to get to $1 million a month or more.
Yeah. So, I kind of worked it out.
Mm.
I've got 5 sales plumbers. I want to get to 8 sales plumbers by this time next year.
Okay.
With 4 or 5 ongoing. And my sales plumbers should be able to do between 70 and 80 a month. And that's on track for about 6 million a year.
Okay. So we're looking to hit that probably in a year and a half, roughly speaking, once you get full capacity and then they do the runs.
Yeah. So that's kind of my plan. So at this time next year,
Mm-hmm.
I want an additional 3 sales plumbers with 5 projects plumbers.
Okay.
With all my office staff, whatever. But then once I get to that point next year, obviously it's about following through with the consistency to ensure, we get to that 6 mil, but then obviously you got to keep growing. So I want to try and get to a 12 mil.
Cool. All right. And when do you want to get to 12 mil by?
I don't know. We'll see.
24 months? Just double it every 12 months?
Okay, to give you an example.
Yes.
My 3 or 4 year plan was to get to 4 plumbers.
Yes.
I've done that. I've done 5 plumbers in 12 months.
Yes.
So when I set a goal, I work pretty hard and I don't tend to look back and see what I've achieved. So I've actually I actually reminisced the other day and a few people said you've done really well in 12 months. and I'm grateful for that. But I'm very hard on myself, and I want to try push myself, push forward because I get bored pretty easy. So, I want to build to, about 6 mil over the next 18 to 24 months. I think that is fair. I think that's very reasonable for me. I'm at about 2 million now.
Mm-hmm.
We're on track for about 2 million a year right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably say, to get to 12 mil, I'd need a sales team of about, 18 to, I probably need about 18 sales plumbers, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or then the thing is to get to that 12 mil, my internet's being retarded. To get to that 12 mil, that's why I'm starting to think about maybe rebranding to introduce electrical.
Okay. So we've got, where are you? You're over here. So we've got SA Drains here. And then what you plan to be doing is basically setting up a home services group here. And then you might have plumbing maintenance here. You might have electrical here and POC here, something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
In that sort of spectrum. Okay. And
that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And I think that might help me get to the 12 mil. But for now, we'll see. I just kind of balance everything out and see what's actually going to be practical.
Yeah, understand. Awesome. So if you could change one thing now, so your business would absolutely axe that 12 mil in 24 months, what would it be?
Introduce one thing. Oh, fuck, I could do a few. I'd probably introduce...
Give me a few things then.
I'd introduce office staff.
Yep.
Which is... I've had like 300 applications in the past month, which is full on. So I'll introduce office staff. I would introduce my projects team. I'd step completely away and I'd focus on doing what I'm doing with you right now, focusing on the business.
On the business.
Yeah.
Not having to deal with the paperwork, the calls, all that sort of space.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of doing now as it is. I've stepped right back and I'm really enjoying this space.
That's excellent. I mean, it's great that you're engaging at this level, because what most plumbers really struggle with is they get caught up in fixing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They love fixing stuff. That's what does it for them. But they sort of don't understand that you're in the business of marketing a plumbing.
Yes.
And you've already got that, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okie dokie. So, in terms of your split of work at the moment, is it 100% drains?
Nah, I'd say I'd probably be 60-40.
60-40? 60% drains and 40%?
Random plumbing, maintenance, hot water, taps, toilets.
Okay, all residential?
All residential.
No commercial, no strata, no real estate?
There's no money in that.
No, there isn't.
I'm not working like a dog for nothing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And
you gotta work smart, man, not hard. Come on now.
Absolutely. Do you know your break-even point each month?
My running costs.
How much do you know how much down to the dollar you need to come into the door to ensure that all the boys are employed, but you earn no profit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you know what that is down to a job?
Per job, I could break it down pretty quickly.
Okay. So you're comfortable across that space?
My numbers, I love my numbers because I'm all over my numbers, yeah.
Cool. And you know how much it costs you to get a guy to drive into that driveway?
Yeah, a few $100.
It's more than you think. Yep. It's good that you've actually...
That's why when they sell a leaking tap, I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay.
So it's expensive, but like I wouldn't mind going. I wouldn't mind going over everything again, but I'm pretty onto it.
Okay, so it's good. I'm just trying to get a feel for where your financial sophistication is at. It's extremely common, particularly when people are starting out. That are you profitable? And they go, yeah. Okay, how profitable? You go, no idea.
Yeah.
No idea how much it costs to get a truck on the road and into the driveway. No idea what their marketing spend is. And it sounds like you've got that space sorted.
Yeah, I do know my numbers quite well, but I always review them, and I'm always open for information and education how to get to know my numbers better. So I'm always wanting to learn.
In terms of your current customer base,
Yes,
who are they predominantly?
homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of elderly, so 50s to 70s, something like that. Start-home mothers, but a lot of them are homeowners or retired senior age pensioners.
Okay, so what about renters?
Renters.
Yeah.
What do you like? Rental properties.
Like a renter calls you up and says, "Oh, my toilet's not working."
We do get it, but we try and charge them a service fee. But it's not often, not often.
Okay, and so
But you do get it.
If a commercial guy comes up and says, "I run a industrial kitchen," is that sort of work you do, or?
Not really interested in that.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Do you know how
Commercial's just too hard. You're battling for a dollar. You know what I mean? We want to work for people who appreciate us. And homeowners are the ones who appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So do you understand what your cost per lead is? As in from a marketing?
Yeah, depends on the stream where it's come from. Yeah, anywhere from a bit to a bit, cost a bit. Yeah,
a lot more bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Google's expensive, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's really really easy to blow 10K just like that.
Yeah. Doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't. Okay. And what other challenges are you currently facing at the moment?
My biggest challenge would probably be sorry.
All right.
My biggest challenge would probably be which I'm getting the guys to work on it now, is we're going to slowly introduce the clarity question, doing a full proper walkthrough with the safety sheet, whilst saying yes, no, writing down the list properly. So, yeah, it's a garden tap, but if you put 4 garden taps on an option sheet and win one a day, it's 20 grand a year, or 25, 30 grand a year.
Mm.
So I'm starting to educate them on that, but I really want them to list down everything, no matter if it's for a block drain or whatever.
Mm.
I want to try and get them to start doing that. So I want a bit of help educating them with that.
Great. So it sounds like you're taking techniques from the Joe Cunningham training that you attended, and actually having a structure around your sales process. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely, yes. I want to have a full, proper structure around my sales process. We've got one, but right now we just kind of go, oh, hey, you've got some leaking taps.
Mm-hmm.
No problems, Mrs. Jones. I'll just have a bit of a look around and I'll let you know if I find anything.
Mm-hmm. But
then the techs on site will kind of determine whether they write it up or not, where, no, if it's failed, you write it down. So some of the guys will go, what do you think of this, Mrs. Jones? Oh, it's okay, but it's leaking, but they don't write it down. So even if Mrs. Jones says it's okay, it's only leaking a little bit, it's still failed, it needs to be written down. So trying to learn to bite their tongues to, get everything down on that list.
And then, look, you didn't go ahead, so just can you give us a quick initial, and would it be okay if we checked in 6 months? Maybe that's more appropriate. And actually setting up the ProFu call later.
Yes, so... Yeah, I'd like to know how to do that. Yes, and the ProFu. So how to do that properly as well.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So you're currently running a flat rate system, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Not yours, my old one. I'm still working it because I want to work out my hourly rate properly for growth.
Okay. So some help around setting your prices would be helpful.
Yes, it would be to set them right for the growth to where I want to get to. Yes.
All right. So have you had a holiday since you started?
I went for a cruise over New Year's. Yeah, 10, 12 days.
Oh, excellent. So when you go on holidays, does your business shrink or does it grow?
We just kind of close down and nothing grows. So
So no. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
right now, yeah, it goes down until we all come back. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to say to yourself? We're just closing up now. Is there anything that you want to say to yourself in the future that when you look back, you think, ah,
Um,
it could be a goal, it could be a challenge you're facing, it could be something you're experiencing today, but something that's relevant.
Something that's relevant for me would be for the future. Just I would like to make sure that I keep getting uncomfortable, because where you're uncomfortable, you grow. So if I look back at this in 10 years from now, if I'm not getting uncomfortable, I'm not growing. So make sure that I keep getting uncomfortable, because that's where the fun is.
So I'll call you up next time. Hey, Simon, yeah, you uncomfortable? Oh, yeah. Great. Doing well.
But it's true, though. It's true.
Awesome. I'll just stop the recording now, the formal part.